After weeks of global discussion and emotional outcry from fans, HYBE has finally spoken up. This clarification comes in response to reports claiming that Kim Taehyung, V of BTS, wants to leave the agency after receiving no clear activity schedule following his military discharge. But in a surprising twist, Jungkook chose to remain silent during this critical moment. Jungkook's silence has sparked new speculation. Is there something still hidden from the public? HYBE's official statement was released early in the morning through the company's press channel and official website. In the release, HYBE stated that they are currently in the process of internal adjustments for all artists who have completed military service, including Kim Taehyung. Furthermore, the agency added that there has been no formal decision or official conversation regarding Taehyung's resignation or contract termination with HYBE. However, instead of calming public speculation, the statement has raised even more questions. The clarification appears generic, diplomatic, and does not directly address the public's core concern. Why is Taehyung missing from official promotion schedules? Why does he not have any post-military activities planned, unlike other members before him? Within 2 hours of the release being published, fans began responding en masse. Thousands of comments flooded social media, questioning why the agency did not explicitly list Taehyung as an active part of BTS's comeback plans. Many considered the statement vague and seemingly evasive of firm confirmation or denial. Meanwhile, Jungkook's silence in this situation has added a deeper emotional weight. Known for his usual activeness on social media, frequent interaction with fans, and being a vocal supporter of his fellow members, Jungkook has suddenly gone quiet. He even skipped his weekly live stream sessions without notice. Many believe his silence is a reflection of unease and disappointment with the situation. An HYBE music production staff member, who wished to remain anonymous, revealed that Jungkook has distanced himself from internal activities since news about Taehyung began to surface. He's been thinking a lot. It's a complicated situation, and it seems he doesn't want to be caught between management issues and personal relationships, said the source. This supports speculation that Jungkook not only feels stuck between professionalism and personal loyalty, but is also disappointed in how the company is handling the issue. Some Korean media observers noted that Jungkook's silence might be a deliberate passive show of support. In K-pop culture, such gestures are not uncommon. When a group member faces pressure, other members often refrain from making public statements as a silent show of solidarity. Still, the public continues to wait for an open response from Jungkook, especially due to his well-known closeness with Taehyung. Also drawing attention is Taehyung's absence from BTS's latest advertising campaign for a global brand that has long sponsored the group. In the newly released promotional materials, only 6 BTS members appear, excluding Taehyung. HYBE cited scheduling conflicts as the reason for his absence, but many viewed this explanation as inconsistent, particularly in light of reports that he currently has no scheduled activities at all. This crisis is even beginning to affect commercial aspects. According to a report by Asian entertainment market analysts, public perception of the HYBE brand has dropped sharply in the past 2 weeks. Affiliate companies are beginning to reassess their partnerships, especially those based on BTS's 7-member image. If the crisis isn't resolved quickly and transparently, long-term damage to the company's reputation will be harder to repair. Meanwhile, fans have started speculating about the possibility of Taehyung launching a full solo career under independent management. Some reports even suggest that major agencies from Japan and the United States have expressed interest in recruiting him if his contract with HYBE ends early. However, so far, there is no indication that Taehyung has officially met with external parties. What is certain is that both Taehyung and Jungkook have not made direct comments on this matter. These 2 key figures in BTS's long journey are choosing silence amid the storm, a choice that has only made the public wonder more. Is this temporary or a quiet protest full of meaning? HYBE's official statement has been released, but the core questions remain unanswered. Taehyung is still absent from public spaces, his activities unlisted on official calendars, and his absence from recent projects has only reinforced suspicions that unresolved tensions exist behind the scenes. Jungkook, usually the public voice of BTS, has chosen to remain silent. A silence that may speak louder than words, a silence that could indicate disappointment, regret, or even a quiet resistance to decisions he finds unjust. I end this situation. ARMY can only wait. Wait for clarity from the agency, wait for a voice from Taehyung, and wait for Jungkook's next move. But one thing is now undeniable. The cracks are showing, and if not healed soon, those wounded will not be just one or two individuals, but the legacy they built together. After further examining various sources, official documents, and statements issued by HYBE and relevant parties, it can be confirmed that up to this moment there is no valid evidence or official confirmation stating that Kim Taehyung intends to leave his agency, HYBE. Likewise, the narrative regarding Jungkook being allegedly disappointed and choosing to remain silent due to internal decisions by the company. This information has no strong basis and tends to be speculation that spreads freely in public spaces, especially on social media. The clarification officially issued by HYBE indeed does not specifically mention all the issues that have been circulating. However, in the context of the entertainment industry, such a method is standard procedure. Many major entertainment companies choose to convey information in general terms to protect internal confidentiality and safeguard the privacy of their artists. This does not mean there is something being hidden, but rather an effort not to create broader conflict or open up the possibility of public misunderstanding due to excessive interpretation. The issue regarding Taehyung reportedly having no schedule after military discharge was also indirectly denied by management. In its clarification, HYBE stated that the activity agenda for all artists, including those who have just completed their military duties, is currently being organized and will be announced at the right time. This means Taehyung's absence in several activities does not signal any conflict or intention to leave, but is part of a transition process that is administrative and internal. Similarly, regarding Taehyung's absence from recent global brand promotional material, according to explanations from several internal parties, including HYBE's creative team, the absence was due to rescheduling of a photo session that could not be adjusted to Taehyung's personal agenda, as he is still in a transition period after military service. Situations like this are common in managing high-profile artists with packed schedules and should not automatically be interpreted as exclusion or neglect by the company. As for Jungkook's silence, it cannot be interpreted as a form of disappointment or protest. As a major artist under high work pressure, Jungkook often takes private time away from public attention to maintain his mental and emotional well-being. He is also known as a cautious individual when making public statements, especially when there is a major issue involving a fellow group member. Thus, his decision not to make an open comment actually reflects professionalism, not regret or protest toward the agency. Most of the speculation circulating widely among fans and international social media comes from interpretations of personal social media posts, unverified community forums, and out-of-context information fragments. Unfortunately, in today's digital era, unverified information spreads easily and is often accepted as fact. This becomes a particular challenge in managing the public image of artists as big as BTS and companies like HYBE. Even major media outlets considered credible often cite anonymous sources or statements from insiders, whose identities cannot be verified. In the report circulating, no real evidence was found in the form of direct quotes from Taehyung, Jungkook, or HYBE management stating that there is a serious conflict or resignation planned. In fact, BTS as a group is currently in a major transition phase, namely the return of members one by one from military service. During this period, it is natural that not all members are active at the same time or appear in every project. The strategy of managing individual and group schedules has long been part of the working system, even before BTS was under HYBE's banner. Therefore, narratives about Taehyung being erased or Jungkook's silence need to be viewed from a broader and more objective perspective. It is important to emphasize that the relationship between artists and management is always complex and dynamic. But until there is a clear and official statement issued directly by the concerned parties, all forms of rumors, assumptions, and personal interpretations should not be used as a basis to believe that a major crisis is happening. To this day, there is no factual evidence that supports the narrative that Taehyung will leave HYBE or that Jungkook is deeply disappointed with the company's decisions. As fans, the public has the right to question and hope for transparency. But on the other hand, it is also important to maintain a balance of information by prioritizing official clarification and avoiding the spread of information that has not been proven true. Wise and rational support is a more sincere form of love than panic born from unverified news. Therefore, the article and narrative stating that Taehyung wants to leave HYBE and Jungkook is disappointed and silent is information that is not true, or at the very least, has not been factually and officially proven. That news is mostly shaped by interpretation and assumptions based on incomplete communication patterns and data fragments that are read out of context. We all, fans and media alike, have a responsibility to keep the information space healthy and fair, especially for artists who are going through a transitional phase and need room to rearrange their steps. Taehyung, Jungkook, and all members of BTS deserve calm support, not pressure and demands born from unproven claims. Let us be wise in absorbing information and wait for the official clarification that deserves to be used as the foundation for response.